Well, good morning. Today we're going to be looking at the Yaxi pads for the Sony MDR V6 and the Sony 7506 studio monitor headphones. I've had these both for years. The MDR V6s I've had for literally over 20 years, and they're beat up. They've been through the ringer. I've thrown them in my bag and traveled with them a million times. I've got the wires on the exterior are all they've been frayed and patched and shrink tubed, and in one case, I think it's some scotch tape on it right now. Whatever, they work. I also did a cable repair mod where I replaced the tip to this big old behemoth recently. Pro tip: don't let your 14-year-old gaming prodigy use your studio monitors whenever they jump up and start screaming and hollering because they want a game or whatever, and they forget to unplug the headphones or take them off their head. The tip can get bent and you have to replace it. Ask me how I know. So anyway, long story short, I've been reading about these Yaxi pads for some time, so I was like, oh, let's give them a shot. So they had a twofer where you could buy two for a discounted price. One is the classic black and one is the red and the blue. I think I'm going to put the classic black on the MDR V6s, and then I'll put the red and the blue on the 7506s. My 7506s are just bone stock, and they're in perfect condition. I hardly use them at all. Have them at the office as a spare set. These are my Sennheiser Jubilees, which I use as my daily drivers. They're fantastic. But anyway, long story short, this is an unboxing video, so I'm going to change the angle of the camera so you can look down upon my desk and see the products and all that stuff. And then we'll go from there. So I'll unbox them, I'll install them, and then I'll review them, how they sound and how they work and all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get to the unboxing part. Let me reposition this camera. Okay, we are now resumed. So here is the box for the Yaxi pads. You can see clearly that says Yaxi ear pads for the Sony MDR V6 7506. Here are my 7506s, excuse me, MDR V6s. As I said, you can see this tape, this shrink tubing on the exterior wires. I mean, these things have been through the ringer. They've been great. I've had them for literally forever. Headband's all ragged. I'm going to replace that at some point, but they work great right this second. I've got this aftermarket tip that we put on it. Super easy to do this mod if you can just operate a soldering iron. Thank God for me. One of my good buddies is an old contract manufacturing engineer and has got an amazing soldering iron kit and helped me do that. And then my 7506s, I went ahead and took off the original, stock pads that were on them. So just to get this in a little bit further down the road. But as you can see, these are like in great shape. All the lettering is brand new. The stitching, there's no idiot marks on the cords. I mean, they're perfect. So, and the stock cable. So also perfectly fine, works great. Got the crazy long loopy cord, which I'm just going to keep it. A lot of people complain about that and say that they don't like it. I get that, but I'm keeping them stock. I don't care about all that. Okay, so here we go. Yaxi pads. So what comes in the box? This came from Amazon. I think it was like, I don't know, $60 or so. So boom, you've got this little guy. It's flip this around so you can see the right orientation. So your personal audio room. So you've got this guy on this side, the white one, which has the blue and the red, as you can see. I don't know if you can really see that very well. Yeah, the ear cups have got a blue and a red tint to them. And you can see clearly that says for 7506, MDR V6. These are the ST Pad 2s, left, right. And these are the STR Pad 2s, just your plain Jane black. And they're also for the 7506 and for the MDR V6. So pretty cool. I mean, the box comes like this. It's pretty nondescript. You open it up and you've got some stuff in here. So, all right, let's, and the cool thing about this I noticed earlier is it's got a little notification on the top here. It's all in Chinese, I'm assuming, with scissors. So you've got a scissor. These are, vacuum packed, and I've got a Ziploc on them, which is kind of cool. And you've got a scissor cut the top to get them open. I mean, it looks like it's perforated, but I actually kind of played with it and I couldn't get it to do anything. So I'm going to cut them open, I guess. But I'm going to keep these and put my old pads, which are not all in all that bad shape, in here and vacuum seal them, and we'll see how that goes. So, all right, let me pause that. Let me get this thing cut open, and then we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I figured I want to go ahead and show you the whole process here. So you cut these babies open here right on the dotted line. So there we go. Cutting. Hello. Right across. Okay, there's this one. So let's crack this baby open and see how we're looking. Yep, it was sealed, ziplocked. So you've got this guy, Mr. Blue, which is kind of cool. And you've got this guy. Get out of there. It's way in there. Mr. Red. Okay, cool. So we got Mr. Blue and Mr. Red. And let me pull this guy out here. This is just the inner packaging. Let's see if it says anything about orientation. Inner diameter made of 2 different materials: domed sponge, antibacterial protein leather. Okay. Let's see. The front part to reflect sound is made of protein leather to make the sound larger, and the back part to absorb the sound is made of alcantara. This innovative design to make the sound heard just like the sound from audio speakers. Very, very fancy. This part, which is made of just like a leather substance, is kind of shiny, as you can see in the light. And this part, which actually is around the back of your ear. So this is the front to reflect the sound, and this is the back to absorb the sound. Their design, don't get me wrong, but this is towards the back of there, the Alcantara like fabric part. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and put these on, and we're going to give them a test and see how they sound. All right, here we go. Okay, so I've already put the first cup on, and it was so easy to put it on. I couldn't believe how easy it was. So let's just go ahead and do the second one together. So you just go in here like this, and you just work this initially around. I mean, there's not much to this at all. So you just kind of slide it into position, and then you'll stick your thumb up underneath and just work your way around it. Just pull it just enough to be able to go over the edge. And then you go on this side and do the same thing. And just work it around. Plenty of stretch in these to allow you to do this. And then boom, done, installed. Nothing to it. So, and I probably did that much more clumsily than, because I was trying to do it on camera or whatever. So that's it. They're installed. So the next step, yep, I did those correct. The correct orientation. This would be like on your head, and so this is going to be the this side is the more leathery, shiny portion, and this part back here is where the velour is. So let's plug them in, take a listen, and see how they sound. Ah, the lovely and talented Madonna. There she is. Okay, so this is La Isla Bonita, which, it's a good song, but the audio quality on this is absolutely fantastic. So let's take a listen and see how it sounds. Here we go.
¿Cómo fue que se va?
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say, and first impression is the sound is fantastic. I mean, these sound good anyway. These headphones are fantastic. I love them. I just love them. I've always loved the Sonys, and these are just as good as they always were. I don't know that I'm noticing a huge difference in the quality of the sound per se. It's still very clean, extremely clean. And so no complaints there, but I can tell you the width of the cup of where your ear actually sits inside, this inner part right here. Whoops. There you go. See how wide that is? So I probably should have done this comparison while they were still, not installed, but let me just see if I can get this oriented to where you can see this. So this is the size of the Yaxi, and that's what actually fits over your ear, versus this is what was on before. So for comparison, direct comparison's sake, headband's getting in the way. Oh, here we go. This is perfect. Do it this way. Bloop. Flipped it over. Yeah, that's better. So that's the size versus this is what the other one was on there. And you can see how much bigger the room is. I'm telling you, this thing fits over your ear with so much headroom and space. It's such a better experience. It's not like my ears are giant, but I always felt like they're comfortable. They're super comfortable, but I felt like I just had to kind of like wiggle my ears all the time to get them in there. This is just immediate. It's a lay down. So super, super comfortable and highly recommended. These will be my new daily drivers for sure. Yeah, they're awesome. Man, that feels so good. You just don't even know. So, again, I highly recommend. I'm going to go ahead and put these on my, let me show you. These are my old school, no school like the old school, MDR V6s. I think you can see that. Like I said, they have tape and they're all beat to death, and the top of the headband looks all messed up and jacked up. Like I said, I need to replace that at some point soon. But these Yaxis are going on there, and we're not going to look back. These are fantastic. I'm really happy with the sound. So, okay, that's my review. The review is get these sooner than later. Like I said, they're on Amazon right now, and I think I paid $60 for these for both sets, so $30 a pop. You can't beat it. It's a great deal. I mean, I sure like them. So, all right. Hope everyone's doing great, and good luck with your Yaxis. Hopefully you'll have a chance to grab some. Take care.